For the past few years, I've been keeping a close eye on a cycling brand called Urwahn, and honestly, they've been doing things very differently from just about everyone else. When they first showed up with fully 3D printed bicycle frames, it felt like a complete reset of what we thought a bike frame could be, especially in an industry that usually plays it pretty safe. What really makes Urwahn stand out is the way their frames are designed. There's no seat tube at all, which means the rider is basically suspended within this web of 3D printed steel tubing. The whole structure works almost like a giant spring, and once you're riding it, you can actually feel that energy bouncing back at you. I've personally spent time on their first-gen Platzhirsch, and I can tell you, it's one of the most responsive and playful urban bikes I've ever ridden. That bike even comes with electric assist powered by Mahle, and the way it delivers power feels incredibly natural. But today, the real star of the show is the Wood Weasel. This is Urwahn's take on a true do-it-all machine, designed specifically with gravel riders in mind, and aimed straight at that growing adventure-focused segment of cycling. At the core of the Wood Weasel is that same 3D printed frame Urwahn is famous for. Depending on how you configure it, the bike can weigh as little as 11.5 kilograms, and even when fully built up, it sits around 15.5 kilograms. That puts it right up there with some of the lightest gravel bikes out there, even when you compare it to carbon or aluminum options. And yes, that's the crazy part. This thing is made entirely from steel. Urwahn uses traditional steel tubing, combined with 3D printed sections that are welded together and smoothed out to give the frame a clean, monocoque look. If you're curious what that looks like under the paint, the Vagabond Edition shows off a bit of that raw structure. The cool part is that Urwahn lets you decide how you want your bike to ride. You can keep it fully analog, or you can electrify it with the Mahle X20 system, which I've already tested and genuinely enjoyed. If you go electric, you're looking at up to 55 Newton-meters of torque, with assistance capped to local e-bike limits. In Europe, that means 25 kilometers per hour. Range can reach up to 100 kilometers. And if that's not enough, there's also a range extender available for longer days in the saddle. When it comes to drivetrains, you've got some seriously premium choices. You can go with a Gates belt drive paired with a Pinion Smart.Shift gearbox, or opt for a more traditional 12-speed SRAM Rival AXS wireless setup. Up front, the bike comes with a stiff carbon fiber fork, though you can swap that out for a suspension option if you want more comfort. That suspension fork is the Loft Grit SL, and it's a pretty fascinating piece of kit. Technically, it's still a rigid fork, but thanks to its S2 spring design, it offers up to 30 millimeters of travel. It's lightweight, unique, and can even be fitted with cargo mounts, which is perfect if you're planning longer gravel missions. Even though the Weasel doesn't have rear suspension, the frame itself provides a surprising amount of comfort. The way the seat stays flow into the top tube, combined with the lack of a traditional seat post, allows the frame to flex just enough to smooth out rough terrain. Add rear cargo mounts into the mix, and suddenly bikepacking and overnight trips are very much on the table. With components like DT Swiss wheels, 45mm Continental Terra Trail tires, flared drop bars from Satori, and wireless TRP high-wire brakes, this bike is stacked with modern tech. Internal cable routing keeps everything looking clean, and the overall setup feels purpose-built for serious gravel adventures. Urwahn also throws in some thoughtful extras, like integrated front and rear lighting, mudguards, and even theft protection, so you always know where your bike is. Given the price point, those features feel right at home. So how much does all of this cost? According to Urwahn, the Wood Weasel starts at around 3,750 euros. And for what you're getting, that's honestly a pretty solid deal. Once you start customizing components, adding electric assist, or going for a custom paint job, the price can climb well past 6,000 euros. If you want something truly unique, though, Urwahn is more than happy to work with you on a personalized finish. However you spec it, the Wood Weasel is one of those bikes that proves cycling can still surprise us. Ride safe, enjoy the adventure, and I'll see you out there.